Should I get a piece of bacon for our bagels tomorrow?
Yeah. Come, Francie. Look there, it's parufkis.
You want something? Tak, nie licz tutaj, nie wolno lizać, dobrze? Nie licz. Dzień dobry. Czyli kawałek tej poloniczki białej drobiowej, taka dupka została. Tak, to. I kawałek taki z tego boczku. Tak.
Don't sneeze. My name is Werner Puchert, and you are listening to Finding Frequency, one man's quest to find the extraordinary in the ordinary, one day at a time. So this morning, my wife and my little son headed out to a eco market. I think it is in the Mokotów area of Warsaw. A nice upmarket space. In fact, the eco market was moved from a very old space in central Warsaw to this kind of temporary area, and they're busy building this new eco market in Warsaw. So I can't wait for that to open up. What do you want, Francie? Come tell me here in the microphone. Come here. What do you want? Come. I can't hear. Say to the microphone. What? Francie wants meko. So I'll come back. I just need to go make some milk quickly. Wait for me, okay? Just wait. Okay. Say it.
Thank you, Tata.
It's a pleasure, Francie.
Thank you, Tata.
Do you want your milk now?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Mleko. Okay, so there you have it. I had to do my fatherly duties. Mom is not at home at the moment, so I'm taking care. Am I doing a good job? Because he's watching Paw Patrol and I am talking to you. I think it's all fine. Anyway, so I was getting all lyrical about an eco market. That's not very Werner. Anyway, it was a good trip. So we went to check out this eco market. But the reason I brought up the eco market and also played a little bit of sights and sounds from the eco market for you is the fact that as I was walking through the crowd, because of some kind of spicy smell, because you know these fresh markets have like all kinds of different smells, and I have a very sensitive nose, I uttered a very, very loud sneeze. And for the first time in, well, I can't remember, the kind of scared looks on people's faces as they like shrugged and looked at me as I sneezed amongst them because it was quite crowdy, kind of made me feel a little bit uncomfortable. Perhaps a little bit of a lighter moment in a very, very, very serious space in Europe at the moment, because the reason I'm saying this is that everybody is hypersensitive about what is happening with the coronavirus at the moment. So Poland has identified their first cases. It's not going too well in Italy at the moment. And then I just heard in the news that areas like Serbia now also have cases. And to be honest, I'm not super surprised. I think it's going to be a matter of time. And even in my dear home country, South Africa, the cases have already been identified. And I'm still calling for calm and for focus and calculated response. But there is one element that I was thinking about even just before I jumped on the microphone, and it's an interesting reflection, is that at the moment politically we are really moving into a space where we want to be separate, we want to be our own entities, we don't like foreigners. And I'm just seeing what's happening in Turkey and in Greece now, something that is probably a bigger human disaster than a virus is at the moment. People being forcefully chased away from borders. And you might like it, you might not. You might be able to see different sides of this thing, but it's so difficult to see that happening because there's desperation. Where do these people go? Because their homes are getting bombed. And it's not only being bombed by their president, but all different kind of people are dropping all kinds of different armament there. So why is it their fault? Whose fault is it? Doesn't matter whose fault it is. Aren't we just all humans? Should we not be taking care of each other? It's a difficult one. But one thing I do see though, and one thing I see happening through this virus is that I feel like it is the world's problem. It's everybody's problem. Sure, there's a few misinformed people who think it's a Chinese thing. It's all their fault. It's not. It's just a global element. This is something that's going to happen. And I feel like we are all in it together. We will all have to stand and work together to make this thing work. But why can't we do it for everything else? Why must we hang flags on everything else? But when it comes to a virus, we all stand together. Maybe it's because a virus is invisible. Maybe we're all scared because we don't know how to deal with it. A virus represents something completely different to some of the other issues we're dealing with. I don't have those answers. But it's interesting though. It's interesting that we can band together as a humanity to try and fight this thing off. But perhaps we also need to stand back a little bit because now a virus is clouding all kinds of other things. Things happening all over the world that is taking more lives than this damn virus. What can we do? What do you think we could do? Maybe you disagree with me. Let's not be clouded by rushing out to buy 10 million tons of toilet paper and slapping each other around. I mean, I know how that feels. I remember back in South Africa when we went over to the democracy, when everybody was allowed to vote for the first time. Half of all the Afrikaners went out to buy canned food, ammunition, and also tons of toilet paper, white gold. And you know what happened? Nothing. Perhaps this virus will actually teach us something. I hope so. So I'll leave you with that for now. Maybe one little piece of advice. Think before you sneeze. Be careful out there. Thanks for listening.